Ladies and gentlemen, I've been trying to shoot this video for 5 hours. For some reason, cops decided to block off both ends of my road so nobody could come down it. And it's late at night, so I know the cops would not appreciate loud drumming going on. So here I am at 1:30 in the morning trying to demo some cymbals for you guys. Now these are older cymbals. As far as I could trace the timeline back, I believe they were released sometime in 2003, which is quite a while ago. And when I first got into drumming, which was actually right around that time, I was a super fan of Zildjian Cymbals because that was the name brand, and I didn't know anything about drumming. But as I got into it, I found some of these, like I saw them out in the wild and just thought they were so cool because they were different. Different is not always good, but I want to give these guys a fair shake and let you know my opinions. I've been playing with them now for a couple weeks. It took me the better part of 3 or 4 months to get the full set. So we have the 16-inch medium thin crash. We have the 18-inch, I believe also medium thin crash. We have the 18-inch China, a 20-inch ride, which you're going to be surprised how that sounds if you've never heard these cymbals before. A 10-inch splash and a set of 14-inch hi-hats. So I've got the mics going. Hopefully you guys can hear me through the camera mic because my vocal mic, whatever, is not working. Let's get to the demo. So I'm going to hit each cymbal, let you hear them, then I'm going to play a couple beats and we'll see how they sound in a mix. These are the hi-hats, obviously. The ZXT Titanium series is the ZXT sheet bronze made just like their ZXT series but coated in titanium. What I want you to listen for is a mid-range warmth that they all seem to have. They're also very bright, but there's a lot of that kind of almost gong-like mid-range warmth. Like here's the 16. $18. There is a lot of warmth that rides right underneath that shimmer, and it lasts forever on these cymbals. You probably heard of 3 distinct sounds coming off this ride. It's actually quite nuanced to be a cheaper, at the time, cheaper ride. Now we all know the titanium oxide that they use to deposit on these things is really just a marketing gimmick. But you know, maybe it's just my ears, but I feel like it adds a little bit more brightness than you get out of the ZXT cymbals, you know, regularly. Here's the China. Hold your ears. If you're wearing headphones, you might want to turn them down. And again, there is a lot of ring to these cymbals, which can be good or bad depending on your application. Now I normally record with Zildjian Custom A's because they have enough body, but they have a lot of high-end shimmer, which is what I like out of the cymbals, without being super harsh. These guys are kind of harsh. So let's do a little bit of a beat so you can hear what they sound like sort of thrown into a regular drum mix. So they are definitely there, definitely in your face. So hi-hats, splash, 16, 18, ride, China. So in conclusion, what can we say about these cymbals that hasn't already been said? I have seen some fairly low quality reviews, so that's why I wanted to make this one. I know these are old, but these pop up all the time. I see them on Guitar Center and eBay and Reverb all the time. I actually got 2 of these 18-inch cymbals. I'm kind of tempted to give one away. We'll see. But let's see. They are super bright, but they also have a lot of almost gong to them, a lot of wash. And they ring for a long time. I really dig them for some things. For most of the music I record, these are going to be too harsh. But if I'm recording a garage rock album and I really want the cymbals to be explosive and prominent and almost like raunchy, I would go with these. The splash is cool. The hi-hats I actually just used, I used all of them to record a song with a buddy of mine, kind of a little bluesy-ish, folky song, and hitting them lightly, they work fine. But the hi-hats actually have a good sound to them. The China I'm on the fence about. Like, it sounds pretty raunchy, but it's a little bit much. But again, if you're using a China, you kind of want that. The ride, surprisingly, for being a 20-inch, has a lot of depth to it. The bell cuts through nicely, not as nice as, you know, I have a 1970s 22-inch Avitas that I think is an A. I'm not sure. Honestly, the logos were worn off long before I got it. That bell is magnificent. This one is kind of, what do you expect, right? I mean, they were cheaper cymbals. So, my suggestion is, are they good cymbals? Are they bad? It depends on what you use them for. I really dig them for certain things. For other things, I wouldn't put them close to the recording I'm working on. If I were doing like a high quality prog metal record or something like that, which I wouldn't be doing because I'm not that good of a drummer, I probably would have this on there and maybe this, but that's it. If I were doing a garage record, you know, something like maybe like the band The Strokes or something like that, all these cymbals would work. It'd be very cool to do that. And it's actually kind of neat with a little bit of compression how long these cymbals stay in the mix. So like you record a full song with guitars and bass and everything, these guys ring. You don't want that if you're playing music where you are hitting cymbals a lot. So if you were playing metal, I wouldn't recommend these guys because you hit the crashes a lot in metal and they're going to be washing out the whole track. But if you're doing like a folk song or like some kind of dirty, like just gritty song, and you want that cymbal to stand out when you hit it and do its own thing and have its own character, these are great cymbals. So that's my review. I'm hoping to do more review of vintage type stuff or gear that I find that I like, be it guitar, bass, or drums. And I I'm enjoying the Pearl Vision kit that we got from the pawn shop for 120 bucks. A little 3-piece kit. I'm really digging it. Got some new heads on it today, so it's good to go. But you guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Zildjian ZXT series titaniums. I know I like the cymbals, and I'll see you next time. Keep on playing.